The storm around Soo Kai and Tan Songyun, how one scandal shook Chinese entertainment to its core. In the days that followed August 22, 2025, what began as a bombshell dropped by Soo Kai's ex-girlfriend spiraled into a cultural moment so overwhelming that it eclipsed nearly every other story in Chinese entertainment. The scandal didn't just linger on gossip blogs or stay confined to Weibo. It crossed over into mainstream news, international outlets, and even late-night talk shows. Suddenly, Soo Kai and Tan Songyun were no longer just actor and actress. They had become symbols of an industry caught between modern transparency and old-world secrecy. What fueled the fire was not simply the accusations themselves, but the way netizens dissected every piece of evidence with almost forensic obsession. Screenshots of Soo Kai's supposed chats weren't just read, they were magnified, time-stamped, cross-referenced with filming schedules, and compared against behind-the-scenes clips. Entire threads popped up on Douban and Tieba, where fans turned into amateur investigators, compiling timelines that matched Soo Lisha's claims with Soo Kai's known whereabouts. For instance, one fan-created chart showed Soo Kai's filming days on You Are More Beautiful Than the Starlight alongside the exact evenings when Soo Lisha posted photos of dinner outings. The overlap was almost too perfect. Coincidence? One viral post asked, accompanied by a meme of Soo Kai smiling awkwardly. Others weren't laughing. They called it evidence of deception so blatant that it was hiding in plain sight. Meanwhile, Tan Songyun's fans scrambled to defend her. They argued that she was simply collateral damage, her name unfairly pulled into the storm. They flooded her Weibo with messages of support, urging her to stay strong. But her silence continued, and with every hour of non-response, public imagination filled in the blanks. Entertainment media outlets knew a sensation when they saw one. Within 48 hours, over 300 different articles appeared online dissecting the Soo Kai love scandal. Some were sober analyses of the evidence, but many were pure clickbait. Did Soo Kai betray Tan Songyun? The truth behind the kiss scene. From sweetheart to scandal. The fall of Soo Kai. Why Tan Songyun's silence speaks louder than words. Television gossip programs dedicated entire segments to the case. One particularly dramatic show staged a reenactment of the leaked messages, hiring actors to read the lines in ominous tones. It was less journalism and more soap opera, but the ratings skyrocketed. Even international outlets joined in. Headlines appeared in Korean, Japanese, and English entertainment news platforms, often framing the scandal as a cautionary tale of celebrity culture in Asia. For many global fans who had admired Soo Kai for his roles in costume dramas and modern romances, the revelations were not just shocking, they were heartbreaking. If Soo Kai thought he could weather the storm by staying silent or denying everything, reality proved otherwise. Brands are notoriously ruthless when it comes to protecting their image, and Soo Kai quickly became toxic. By August 24th, at least 6 major sponsors had quietly pulled out. Fila, which had once celebrated Soo Kai as their youthful, stylish ambassador, erased every trace of him from their online platforms. A high-end skincare brand replaced his posters in flagship stores overnight, reportedly spending millions to rush replacement materials. But the most devastating blow came from the drama world. Tencent Video, still reeling from past controversies with other actors, made the unprecedented decision to delay You Are More Beautiful Than the Starlight indefinitely. Production teams scrambled to salvage the situation, with some insiders whispering about recasting or even reshooting Soo Kai's scenes entirely. For a project that had already consumed tens of millions in budget, this was a nightmare scenario. Tan Songyun, too, found herself in a precarious position. Though she was not accused of any wrongdoing, the very association with Soo Kai cast a shadow. International brands that had previously courted her hesitated, unsure whether her involvement in the scandal might taint their campaigns. She is innocent, but in the court of public opinion, guilt by association is unavoidable, one marketing executive admitted anonymously. Perhaps the most volatile element of the scandal was not the media or the brands, but the fans themselves. Soo Kai's fanbase, once united by admiration, split into warring factions. Some clung fiercely to the belief that Su Kai was being framed, pointing to alleged inconsistencies in the screenshots. They accused Su Lisha of editing messages and even suggested that rival entertainment companies had orchestrated the leak to sabotage Su Kai's rising career. Others, however, abandoned him entirely. "I believed in him for 5 years," one viral Weibo post read, "but now I realize I was cheering for a lie." That post alone gathered over 200,000 likes and became a rallying cry for disappointed fans who felt personally betrayed. Tan Songyun's fandom also fractured. A portion demanded that she cut all ties with Su Kai immediately, even if it meant the end of their joint drama project. Others urged her to maintain professionalism and not let the scandal dictate her career. Hashtags like hashtag protect Tan Songyun and hashtag stand with Songyun trended, competing against hashtag justice for Su Kai and hashtag Su Kai truth. The result? A digital battlefield where every post, comment, and repost became ammunition in a larger cultural war. Beyond the immediate scandal, the Su Kai, Tan Songyun saga also reopened a Pandora's box of uncomfortable truths about the entertainment industry. Whispers about casting couch culture, manipulative PR tactics, and forced relationships resurfaced. Several entertainment bloggers claimed that Su Kai's case was just the tip of the iceberg. One even alleged that major studios often encourage stars to maintain fake relationships for publicity, blurring the line between personal life and professional strategy. "What we see on screen," the blogger wrote, "is often a carefully curated illusion." Su Kai's scandal is shocking only because the illusion cracked too soon. The comparison to past scandals was inevitable. Some recalled Chris Wu's downfall in 2021, when allegations of sexual misconduct ended his career overnight. Others mentioned Zheng Shuang's surrogacy scandal, which had led to one of the harshest public backlashes in recent memory. Su Kai's situation, many argued, was part of a recurring cycle where stars rise rapidly, only to fall just as quickly when their private lives implode. While Su Kai faced immediate damage control, Tan Songyun's situation was more subtle but equally complex. Known for her resilience, having endured public scrutiny even during her family tragedy, she now found herself in a delicate position. Should she speak out to distance herself, or should she maintain her silence to avoid fanning the flames? Her team reportedly held multiple closed-door meetings with PR experts. Some insiders claimed she was advised to release a brief statement affirming her professionalism and clarifying that her relationship with Su Kai was strictly work-related. Others argued that even such a statement might backfire, as any mention of Su Kai could keep her tied to the scandal longer. The longer she waited, the heavier the speculation grew. Netizens began interpreting even her unrelated posts, like a photo of her dog or a casual selfie, as coded messages about the scandal. Every word, every emoji became fodder for wild theories. By August 27th, 5 days after the scandal broke, the story reached a turning point. Su Lisha gave a live stream interview, her voice trembling as she detailed her experiences. With tears in her eyes, she claimed she had no desire to ruin Su Kai's career, but simply wanted the truth to be known. Her authenticity, whether genuine or staged, resonated deeply with viewers. Clips of her crying circulated widely, amplifying the narrative that Su Kai had indeed manipulated and betrayed her. Su Kai's studio responded the next day with a lengthy denial, complete with statements about respecting women and standing against false accusations. But by then, the tide had already shifted. Public opinion had hardened, and the damage was undeniable. What makes the Su Kai, Tan Songyun scandal so significant is not only the personal drama, but also what it reveals about the shifting dynamics of celebrity culture. In the past, scandals could be buried with the right connections and payouts. Today, in the age of digital transparency, the crowd is judge, jury, and executioner. Su Kai's downfall illustrates the fragility of stardom in 2025. No matter how carefully an image is constructed, one social media post can bring it crashing down. Tan Songyun's entanglement, meanwhile, shows how collateral damage can devastate even those who may have done nothing wrong. Perhaps the most haunting lesson is this: the boundary between truth and rumor has all but vanished. In a culture driven by speed, virality, and outrage, perception is reality. Whether Sue Kai is guilty of every accusation or not may never fully matter, the scandal has already written its own truth in the eyes of the public. As of now, Sue Kai's career hangs in the balance. He may attempt a comeback after a period of silence, as others before him have tried, but the stain of this scandal will be hard to erase. Tan Songyun, on the other hand, faces a different challenge: to rebuild her image as separate from the chaos, reaffirming her professionalism and reminding audiences why they loved her in the first place. For fans, the storm has been a brutal reminder that idols are human, fallible, and often far from the perfect personas crafted on screen. For the industry, it is a wake-up call that the old ways of covering up scandals no longer work in the digital era. And for Sue Kai and Tan Songyun, it is a chapter that will follow them for the rest of their careers, whether they like it or not. Thank you for staying with us through this expanded deep dive into one of the most explosive scandals Chinese entertainment has ever faced. If you enjoyed this story and want to stay updated on the latest in entertainment news, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, 24H News, TM, share your thoughts in the comments, and join the discussion. Your voice matters, and we'd love to hear what you think. Is Sue Kai truly guilty, or is he a victim of a larger industry conspiracy? And what about Tan Songyun? Should she finally break her silence?